Let's talk about earbuds. In this video, I'm looking at the FiiO FF5. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans and audio fanatics? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews. And look, recently I reviewed the FiiO FF3 earbuds. Today we're looking at the FF5. We've got a couple of significant upgrades to talk about, specifically the cable. So let's start with that. But first of all, I will tell you that the price of the FF5 here is $129. I think that's pretty sweet. I think that's not a bad deal, and stick around to find out why. And by the way, if you are new here and you're interested in all this type of audio stuff, consider hitting that subscribe button so you see more of this content in the future. Now, one of the major complaints with the FF3 was the fixed cable. Yes, it's got a fixed cable, but hang on a minute, check this out. I'm not even in the middle of my screen. Look, you see that little red ring there around? That makes it easy to determine between the right and the left sides. Have a look at this. So in their wisdom, FiiO decided to make this cable detachable, but hey, which one's right and which one's left? Look, under the light, in the perfect lighting conditions at the right angle, you can actually see the markings. Look, I can't even see the left one. I can see the right one now. Come on, FiiO. Considering the amount of effort and time they put into their product design, I expect a little bit better than that. If these are plugged in to the earbuds like so, it's actually really hard to determine which is the right and which is the left. And if you are a true audiophile, that's probably going to matter to you somewhat, which is left and which is right. You don't want to be halfway through a song and think, hang on, that snare is meant to be on the right, not the left. So come on, FiiO, give us a bit of color, splash of color. Give us a dot. Give us something. Give us a bloody left L and R printed in white. Just something. Oh, it drives me up the wall. But look, here's the cable. And it is a very nice cable, I have to admit. It's much, much nicer than the fixed cable that comes on the FF3. Not a fan of that one in the least. This is a nice cable. Got to fix those markings. And it's also a modular cable, which adds some extra versatility. So it gives you the option to swap out the 3.5mm unbalanced termination to a 4.4 balanced termination. I am still not a fan of FiiO's implementation of modular cables. I think it's I think it's one of the worst examples of modularity that we've seen. But I don't want to get hung up on that. I'm here to talk about the sound of the FF5. And long story short, the FF5 does not disappoint, especially at its fairly reachable price point. Like $129, it might seem like a lot to some people. There are a lot of cheap earbuds out there. But here you're getting aluminium stems or shells. You're getting a very open back design on those, as you can see there. On the front, they're pretty standard, but this is all metal. Now, I have got FiiO's included silicone rings on here. That just gives me a better fit in my ear. It just fits a bit more snugly, and it feels more secure in my ear. But included in the box, you get one of FiiO's nice dual plastic cases for a start. That's nice. You also get plenty of foams. You get the bass, the balanced, and the vocals, or probably something like that, foam covers. Personally, I just prefer to have them naked like this and get freaky with it. Bit naked. That just is a slightly brighter, slightly more neutral and uncolored sound signature. If you put the foams on it, it adds a bit of warmth, and that's really great because it means that the FF5 here does have some customization options in terms of the sound signature. You can warm it up with the foams, and at the same time you can improve the fit. So just try all the foams, try the silicone rings, find out which one works best for you. But for me, this is what worked the best. And now I'm going to get down into the sound. I don't have a graph for you. I don't have an accurate or consistent method for measuring earbuds, so you just have to bear with me and just trust my poor description here. But the FiiO FF5 earbuds are a true audio gem that will delight audiophiles everywhere. With their upfront and transparent mid-range, the FF5 delivers a sound that is nothing short of mesmerizing, at least in my opinion. The detail retrieval is excellent and provides a level of clarity and precision that is sure to impress. And unlike many earbuds of this design, this type of earbud, the FF5 is free of distortion, which ensures an enjoyable listening experience every time. When it comes to the bass, the FF5 takes a sort of a nimble approach, providing just the right amount of punch without overwhelming the overall sound. The mid bass in particular is impressive, and it's really quick and it's punchy, and it's also natural and satisfying. So I love the mid bass on here. It's nice and quick, it's satisfying, it's punchy, it doesn't feel lacking in any way. However, the sub bass is a little bit on the light side, so if you are a bass head or if you are looking for deep sub bass rumble, then you should probably consider other options, most likely IEMs, because most earbuds of this type don't really have that really authoritative sub bass. But it's the mid-range that really shines on the FF5. The sound of the mids is pure and it's free of the usual warmth and coloration that you usually find in this type of earbud. And yet the FF5 still manages to provide a sound that's both natural and full-bodied, making it sound much closer to your regular type of in-ear monitor than regular earbuds. Vocals on these they're crystal clear, they've got an accurate tone, it sounds organic and lifelike. The mid-range is spacious, providing a level of resolution and layering that's one of the best I've heard from an earbud, not to mention one that's hovering around that $100 mark. The upper mids are lifted a little bit, and that provides extra vitality and presence to female vocals. The treble, moving on to the treble is high quality. It's nice and even, it's free of sharpness, it has just the right amount of sparkle to the overall sound, and although the treble isn't really pushed forward in the mix, it's given sort of additional presence by the politeness of the bass. So the FF5 has got a fairly balanced sound signature, so the bass isn't really pushed forward, it's pretty much in line relative to the mids and the treble, and that allows the treble to sort of come forward without being aggressive or bright. Finally, snares and percussion instruments, they sound nice and snappy, and instruments in general have well-defined and clean leading edges. Now, most earbuds have an impressive soundstage, and due to their open design, and you're probably familiar with that if you've owned any earbuds before. The FF5 takes it even further with their open back, sort of open earbud style, which makes their soundstage really large, and the nice airiness in the treble makes it even larger. And you might be surprised at just how far outside of that sort of headspace that these earbuds can project sound. Alright, time for a little comparison, and naturally we're going to use the FiiO FF3 for comparison. You can see they definitely have a different design style to them. The FF5 is closer to your original kind of earbud, or your, what can I say, your regular type of earbud. The FF3 has this sort of barrel shape, which is a little bit unusual. So the FF3 here, it's warmer, it's got a warmer sound signature. It's fatter in the lows with rounder mid-bass notes and fuller kick drums. In comparison, the FF5 has better bass definition and cleaner leading edges. The FF3's mids are also thicker, and that results in a more full-bodied presentation. It's kind of a fuller, thicker sound that is sort of inviting and cozy. The FF5, on the other hand, has a leaner mid-range, but it's one that's cleaner and more articulated. And that's especially noticeable in its instrument separation and resolution, where it clearly bests the FF3 in technical ability. Both of these earbuds have a laid-back kind of treble, but due to the FF5's leaner sound signature, the treble is more forward in the mix, and the FF5 sounds lighter and more spacious, in addition to having better detail retrieval. When it comes to Soundstage, the FF5 is the clear winner, of course, in terms of stage size and spaciousness. The FF5's stage is wider and it's more spread out as well. It has a blacker background. It's got more space between instruments. Now, which one you will prefer or would prefer depends on your personal tonality preference, but the FF5, in my opinion, is clearly a step up from the FF3 in fidelity and resolution. So to sum it up, the FiiO FF5 earbuds, I think they're a standout choice for audiophiles looking for high quality sound at a reasonable price. These earbuds have a very open design and they're made of nice, durable and lightweight aluminium alloy materials. You get that nice modular cable, although, yeah, lacking in markings. Come on, FiiO, you got to do better than that. And but overall, you know, the FF5 delivers a transparent, detailed, distortion-free sound with a nice balanced sound signature, standout mid-range that's really pure, natural, and full-bodied, but super clean. The upper mids are lifted as well, and they provide extra vitality to vocals, especially female vocals, while the treble is it's nice and even and it's free of sharpness. So would I recommend the FF5? Yes, I would. If you haven't tried earbuds before, you might want to try. You might want to test the waters, so to speak, with something a little bit cheaper. But if you're familiar with earbuds and you're looking for a good one, I think the FF5 here is outstanding. I think it's a pretty significant step up from the FF3. You do have the option to customize the sound quite a bit to your personal preferences with the foams and the silicone rings and all that stuff. So overall, I think the FF5 is a really good product. FiiO has done a good job here, and I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. So leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about earbuds. Have you tried them before, and how do you think earbuds compare to IEMs? What do you prefer? Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, Parfam audiophile style. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on audio content in the future. And until next time, I'll see you later.